to let us know.
It's now under review.
Not sure the crew chief microphone was fully connected down there. He hit the button and it didn't work. Hornets up 118, 111. 34.1 remaining in the fourth. I just missed the replay on my monitor, so we'll see exactly what we get on the next one. 118, 111. 7-point lead for Charlotte with 34.1 remaining. And just like the rest of this game, back and forth, the Heat looked like they were going to pull themselves back into this one. Charlotte got hot again. Heat were on a 10-1 run midway point in this fourth quarter. And then Charlotte pushed right back when the game got to 2 and got the lead back to 8 at the 113 mark. Ball had that power layup. And now the Heat are dealing with a deficit of 7 with barely enough clock to deal with it. So, I mean, we're looking at a lot of stuff. In arena, we're looking to see if the foul was on. The foul was called on Lowry. And this is off the Tyler 3. And, I mean, Lowry came in with some force to knock the ball out of Plumlee's hands, and the foul was called immediately by this afternoon's umpire, Jenna Schroeder. So another discussion with the crew before we find out what we got. Let's see if the mic's on here now. Now they don't have it wired in it.
Fans, after the replay set of review, the call has been overturned.
Wow.
No foul on the play.
I would love to have the full explanation, but nobody decided in the house to turn on the crew chief's microphone. But we appreciate Pat on the house PA giving us a little taste. So this is going to be Miami Heat basketball. All right. Good challenge by Miami. Just wish we got that in-depth explanation for you. Miami's got the ball. Tyler has it now top of the arc. 9 on the shot clock. 27 on the game clock. Oladipo, 3 ball. Left wing doesn't go. Washington with the rebound. Gets it up to Plumlee. He gets up and throws it down. 121, 11, 20 seconds to go. Charlotte out front. In the band to Oladipo. 15 seconds remaining. Lowry, 3. Got it. Top of the arc splashdown. 6-point game, 13 seconds. Inbound. Rozier. Late whistle, but a foul nonetheless. Stops the clock. That's going to be on Lowry. Lowry's 4th personal foul.
Your Hornets will shift the penalty. Going to the line.
Rozier looking to get to 30 points in this game. Double digit for every starter for Charlotte. 29 for Rozier, looking for 30. 27 for Washington, 20 for Gordon Hayward as Rozier gets to 30 with that first free throw. 19 for Ball. Leading scores for Miami, Butler with 28. Hero 24, 17 for Adebayo. Another opportunity for Rozier, and he knocks it down. 122, 114, 10 seconds to go. Lowry brings it up the left side. Fires a long 3. He got fouled. Anything and everything in this game. So Lowry goes to the line. The Heat trailing 122, 114, 5.9 to go. McDaniels What are you doing? Lowry goes to the line for the first time in the contest. Makes the first. That's 9 points. 4 rebounds, 5 assists. First one goes. He's got 2 more coming. 122, 115. Second one rolls in, make it 116. Lowry 85% shooting from the free throw line for the season. He made all 3. 122, 117. The inbound, 5 seconds to go. And that's going to do it. Hornets win. 122, 117, the final. Led by the 31 points of Terry Rozier. The Heat's leading scorer, Jimmy Butler, with 28. A game that went back and forth and back. Charlotte standing tall after 14 ties and 14 lead changes. Each team had double-digit leads, 13 for Miami that dwindled away, a dozen for Charlotte. They fought back and got by just evening Miami in the fourth quarter, 31 points to 31 points, 6 points beyond the average that Miami usually allows an opponent in the fourth quarter this season. Time for tonight's call of the game, presented by UKG, official HR and payroll provider of the Miami Heat. UKG, our purpose is people. Now we're down to 10 on the shot clock. A 6.5-second differential. Bounce back between the legs of Thornton Pam for the cram. Oh, that was beautiful. Heat up 28-26. I got to see a replay on that one. A tough one there for Odin's son. Right through the wickets. Carter Pham's 17-point performance. He had 4 rebounds and 6 assists as well. Not enough in this effort, where Miami wanted to try to keep the winning roll. And time to start another win streak. And get back to winning on the road. The Heat fall to 28, 22, 11, and 14 on the road. And now it's off to chilly Cleveland. Playing 5 of the next 6 on the road, beginning. Actually, that's the Hornet side of things. I should note, after these 4 road games in 7 days, Miami gets 3 full days off. Hello. Its last such stretch this season, aside from the All-Star break. So that's going to do it from here. I'm going to get down to the locker room for you. So if you hear some player interviews, I might be on that microphone for you. Once again, the final score. Heat fall on the road, 122-117. The Miami Heat audio experience returns Tuesday night as the Heat visit the aforementioned Cleveland Cavaliers. The Heat is on the radio pregame show. We'll get underway at 6:30. The tip just after 7 Eastern time. This has been a presentation of the Miami Heat audio experience. Our producer
at Kia, we believe the driveway is more than a driveway.
And Dan Day. Our engineer, Bob White. Don't play me off just yet, guys. Let me do the credits. Miami Heat broadcasting assistant is Courtney Fallon. Our quality control coordinator, Miami Heat broadcasting intern, Steven Strom. Our statistician, Mojo, Jim Morrison. For Alejandro Solana and Tommy Tog, I am Jason Jackson. Clearly, I need to get out of the way. The Miami Heat is on the radio postgame show. Is next, so stay right there.
At Kia, we believe the driveway is more than a driveway. It's where legendary performances reside. The buzzer beaters from the curb, the fadeaways, step backs, pump fakes, on a 1-on-0, 4-pointers from beyond the arc of the sprinklers. Here's to the legends that fill the driveways of America. From the fans of the game to the Kia Telluride X Pro. The MVPs in horse to the ones in horsepower. From the clutch players to the 8-speed automatic transmissions, the 360 dunkers to the 360 view camera systems, to long-range shooters and even longer-range rides. Here's to the legends of the driveway, the Kia Telluride X Pro. Kia is the official automotive partner of the NBA and WNBA.
Kia, movement that inspires. Surround view and blind spot view monitors are not substitutes for safe driving and may not display all objects around vehicle. Always drive safely and use caution.
From the electricity in the arena to the highlight reel plays, there is nothing quite like Heat basketball, and this season, you can be there live to cheer them on.
As the official marketplace of the NBA, Ticketmaster has you covered with the largest selection of seats for any budget. Get off the couch and into the stands. Grab your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/heat.
It's time for easier, and buying a Yamaha Wave Runner has never been easier. With the largest stock in South Florida, and with special offers during the Perfect Choice sales event, quick and easy financing and APR as low as 3.99% for 60 months. What are you waiting for? 2022 models are arriving. Jet Ski of Miami, your go-to dealer for anything Yamaha. Jet Ski of Miami and Fisherman's Boat Group, your Yamaha Marine Superstore for over 60 years. JetSkiofMiami.com. And retail prices not include prep, freight, or tax. Local APR rate on price based on Tier 1 qualifying APR. See dealer for details.
The Miami Heat audio experience continues. It's the Heat is on the radio postgame show.
Here comes the Let's Go Heat chant. Pummeling hands off to Rozier. Deflected by Bam. Hit ahead to Jimmy, who got up and threw it down with two hands. Timeout, Charlotte. Here comes Miami.
Pulling to within 6 down the stretch, coming up just short to begin this trip. Hi, everybody. Nothing like a little NBA Sunday daytime hoopage in January. Take you back in the day, you know, Bird, MJ, and the Doctor. Good times. The final score, though, unfortunately goes to the opposition. Charlotte, the home team, 122. Miami 117. Let's welcome in Alejandro Solana. And this still ends up as a clutch game when I look at it. That's a 5-point contest, so that counts as a clutch game. But boy, didn't this end up the way a little bit different than usual clutch games have gone for this team this season?
It absolutely did. You've been winning basketball games like this one late, no matter how poorly you play through stretches. Today, the Heat got that 10-0 run that they needed to get back into the game with around 3 minutes left. The problem is they couldn't close it out. That's been the difference that we've seen over the past couple games.
Yeah, but overall in the entire contest, might there have been a little bit more offense than expected as the Heat kind of played more to the Hornets style of play that they needed to do to win this game?
Absolutely. And it's tough, Tommy, because you're looking at a Heat team that strives going to the rim, and we know that's their game. But tonight, the Hornets, several of their players were just taking open looks. Terry Rozier is a good example. He just went off again against the Miami Heat. They were able to take as many three-point looks as they wanted in this one, and they started to fall. In the Heat, they only took 10 at the end of the first half, and then, you know, you saw that go up in a higher amount of looks for them, but by the time they got it going from deep, it was just too little too late.
What was the career average you gave me on Terry Rozier against the Heat? Over his entire career against this club was 8 points per game, right?
8.5 points per game over his entire 21-game career against
21-game career. When did it start becoming the way that it is now, where he's getting 22 and over 30 in today's game?
When he joined the Charlotte Hornets.
That's exactly what it was. So you know what happens? He's got to move on. Got to get out of there at the trading deadline. We don't want to see him again in that final game coming up in February. Well, through the first couple of quarters, I liked the way Miami was doing certain things, the way they were doing it offensively, 62 points, scoring in the lane like they usually do. But the Hornets, they're not known for being proficient offensively. Even so, start of the third quarter, I kind of liked, again, what Miami was doing. Get up by 13 points, but I find it hard to believe that it just seemed like you couldn't stop Charlotte. Time and time again, they were making buckets to get back into the game and then eventually take it over.
Yeah, and credit to them, right? I mean, they were getting the good looks, as I just mentioned. They had a bunch of guys go off tonight. Rozier with 31, we just mentioned, but P.J. Washington hit 3 3-pointers. He was getting easy looks at the mid-range. He had 27 points tonight for them. And Gordon Hayward didn't miss a shot. 7 of 7 from the field, 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. He had 20 points tonight. And then LaMelo Ball, he had his 19 points as well. They were just getting the looks that they wanted. And the Heat defense, late in the game, I mentioned on that 10-0 run, were able to get the stops, but then it was Plumlee getting easy looks. It almost seemed like at the very end of the game, the Heat kind of just gave up when they felt like it was over with under a minute left. You can credit the Hornets, but also you feel like Miami is going to be a little upset with themselves, especially down the stretch of this game where their defense was not what they wanted it to be.
Yeah, for the most part, I would have figured the guards would have done something. You mentioned the numbers for both Rozier and Ball, but I could not had looked at the statistics before the game and predicted that P.J. Washington and Gordon Hayward would play like they did. Mason Plumlee's been playing that way. You kind of expect him to be around that 10-8 figure that he ends up with, but really frustrating because Charlotte got most of what they wanted, and that was pretty much the difference in the game. The final score, Hornets 122, the Heat 117. Up next, we go inside the numbers, look at the box score, the NBA schedule, since this is the only game in town at the moment, and we hope to go back to Charlotte and hear from Heat head coach Erik Spoelstra on this afternoon's game as well. This is the Miami Heat audio experience.
Have you heard about El Car Wash, the official car wash of the Miami Heat? For as low as $19.99 per month, you can enjoy unlimited express car washes at all of our 20-plus locations from Miami through Palm Beach. If you are on your way to work, having a night on the town, or just want the refreshing feeling of a sparkly clean car, come through one of our state-of-the-art car washes for a high-quality, fast, and fun finish. Visit elcarwash.com to find a location nearest you. El Car Wash. Always drive clean.
Imagine a bank that is always in your court, one that sees their customers as part of a team with a common goal to achieve your dreams. Well, imagine that. There is one. We're Amerant. We're ready to help you wherever you are in life, and just as importantly, wherever you want to go. Because at Amerant, we want you to live a life beyond what you could imagine. Amerant, official bank of the Miami Heat. Member FDIC.
Injured in a crash? You deserve Anajar Levine. We stand up to the big insurance companies. They want you to settle for a fraction of what your case is worth, but we'll fight to get you the maximum money for your injuries. Experience the Anajar Levine difference. Call me, Glenn Levine, at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Main office, Fort Lauderdale.
You love watching, following, and sometimes even playing the game. Don't ever let an injury keep you from it. Let the all-pro staff at Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, the official sports medicine provider of the Miami Heat, get you back to what you love. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information. Doesn't it feel good to know you can go where the pros go?
Let's get back to the recap of the game, the post-game show. This is the Miami Heat audio experience.
On the groove, baseline. Gets it to Tyler. Fires up a three from the right corner pocket. That man is special. Splashed it down on the tough angle, deep in the right corner. 5 of 8 have gone in for Tyler from 3. He has 24. 5-point game.
And unfortunately, that's how it ended up. Welcome back, all. It's post time. The final score, Charlotte 122, Miami 117. Hey, Heat fans, as you already know, the world's best acts perform at the Heat's house. And there's a big one coming up later this week. Thursday, February the 2nd, superstar Carrie Underwood brings the Denim and Rhinestones tour to Miami-Dade Arena with special guest Jimmy Allen. You don't want to miss out on this. Log on to MiamiDadeArena.com now to secure your seats. Taking a look at the box score of today's game, we'll start with your Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler with 33 minutes, 11 of 14 from the field, 6 of 7 from the line, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 28 points for Jimmy Butler. Caleb Martin in 27 minutes, 3 of 4 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 2 of 4 from the line, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 8 points for Caleb Martin. Bam Adebayo in 36 minutes, 8 of 15 from the field, 1 of 4 from the line, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 17 points for Bam Adebayo. Kyle Lowry in 30 minutes, 3 of 11 from the floor, 2 of 7 from 3, 3 of 3 from the line, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 11 points for Kyle Lowry. Tyler Hero, 35 minutes, 9 of 21 from the floor, 5 of 9 from 3, 1 of 1 from the line, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 24 points for Tyler Hero. Coming off the bench for Miami today, Orlando Robinson in 12 minutes, 0 of 1 from the floor, 2 free throws and 2 tries, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, 2 points for Orlando Robinson. Gabe Vincent in 18 minutes, 3 of 7 from the floor, 1 of 4 from 3, 1 of 1 from the line, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 8 points for Gabe Vincent. Victor Oladipo in 32 minutes, 4 of 12 from the floor, 1 of 5 from 3, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 9 points for Victor Oladipo. Max Strus in 17 minutes, 4 of 8 from the floor, 1 of 5 from 3, 1 of 1 from the line, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, a plus 14 in the plus-minus category, and 10 points for Max Strus. As a team, your Miami Heat shot 48% from the field, 45 of 93, 10 of 31 from 3 for 32%, 17 of 23 from the free throw line. On the rebounding front, 47 for Charlotte, 36 for Miami. Assists, 26 for the Heat, 25 for Charlotte. Only 10 turnovers for the Heat, 19 for Charlotte, but they end up winning the contest. Looking at some of their individual numbers today, P.J. Washington, we mentioned what he did in the third quarter today, 15 of his points coming there, 11 of 19 from the field in 35 minutes, 3 of 7 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 27 points for P.J. Washington. Gordon Hayward in 26 minutes, a perfect 7 for 7 from the field, 3 of 3 from 3, and 3 of 3 from the line. You can't do much better than that. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 20 points for Gordon Hayward. Mason Plumlee in 28 minutes, 4 of 6 from the floor, 2 of 6 from the line, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 10 points for Mason Plumlee. LaMelo Ball in 36 minutes, 7 of 17 from the field, 4 of 13 from 3, 1 of 1 from the line, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 19 points for LaMelo Ball. Terry Rozier in 36 minutes, 11 of 19 from the field, 5 of 11 from 3, 4 of 5 from the line, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and a block, 31 points for Terry Rozier, who did a little bit of everything in this contest. Coming off the bench, not really that much for the Hornets. McDaniels in 25 minutes had a bucket. Thor in 12 minutes had 2 points. Williams, the rookie from Duke, 7 points in his time in there with 3 rebounds. Dennis Smith Jr. with 20 minutes, 1 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 4 points for him, and a plus 19 to lead them in the plus-minus category. As a team, 45 of 83, 54% for the Charlotte Hornets from the field, 15 of 40 from the three-point line. That's good for 37.5%, and 17 of 22 coming up from the free throw line. The final score, Charlotte knocks off Miami to start this road swing for the Heat, 122-117. Still ahead, we'll bring you the best in SPO, the NBA schedule, and much, much more. We'll have the post-game comments of Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra coming up shortly. You're listening to the Miami Heat Audio Experience.
Stream the Heat. Watch every drive.
Yes, sir.
And every dunk.
Oh,
all season long on Bally Sports Plus.
Oh, my.
Watch the Heat live. Bally Sports Plus. Start watching today. After the final buzzer, stick around for the Heat Live postgame show. Your favorite Bally Sports Sun analysts will break down the game with interviews from players and coaches you know best. The Heat Live postgame show presented by Duncan on Bally Sports Sun.
At the UPS store, not every small business needs the same thing, but every small business needs something. We're the scanning and faxing store, the printing store, the packing and shipping store,
I need my designing place and my printing place to be the same place store.
We're the one-stop, right around the corner, everything you need so you can be unstoppable store. The UPS store, be unstoppable. The UPS store locations are independently owned. Product services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
Attention Heat fans. This is your chance to celebrate 35 years of Heat basketball in Miami. Enter for a chance to win the ultimate experience, an exclusive Corona Miami Heat pregame with you and your 3 favorite fans. Yachts included, plus 4 tickets to the April 1st game against the Dallas Mavericks. Entrance must be 21 plus. See official rules for full program details. Head over to ConstellationBrandsSweepstakes.com/Corona and enter for a chance to win now.
Hey, Heat Nation, the best way to celebrate a Heat win is with Papa John's Pizza. Because when the Heat win, you win too. The day after a Heat win, get 50% off online orders at regular menu price when you order from the Papa John's app or papajohns.com using the promo code HEATWIN. And don't forget to join Papa Rewards for exclusive items and score points towards free pizza with every order. Papa John's, the official delivery pizza of the Miami Heat. Offer valid for online orders only. Not valid with other discounts. Delivery fee and taxes extra and are not subject to discount offer.
Let's get back to the recap of the game, the post-game show. This is the Miami Heat Audio Experience.
Lowry with the rebound. Pushes it up the court. All by himself. Somebody help out. He gets to the baseline, bounces the Bam. He flips it up. He got it. Plumlee flat-footed. Bam has 17. It's a 2-point game. A 10-0 run for Miami.
Coming oh so close down the stretch. Welcome back, all. It's a program where we post you up. The final score, Charlotte 122, Miami 117. 3 other NBA games this evening. 6 o'clock, Indiana at Memphis. The Grizzlies have lost 5 in a row, while the Pacers have dropped 9 of the last 10. Clippers at Cleveland. That's at 7 o'clock. Cavaliers have lost 4 of their last 6. They'll be taking on the Heat in the Heat's next game Tuesday night in Northern Ohio. Kawhi Leonard is going to sit this one out, so will Paul George. Clippers do come into this game with a 5-game winning streak. That looks ominous at best since they're sitting 4 key players in tonight's game. New Orleans, Milwaukee, that's on NBA TV at 8 o'clock. The Pelicans have dropped their last 7 games, while the Bucks have won their last 3. So best of luck in that one to the Pelicans, who are having a really rough time since Zion went out of the lineup. Let's bring back Alejandro Solana. And I'm a big proponent, as you know, of balance on the offense. Never have a problem when your 3 top scorers are leading the way. I like the idea that Tyler Hero got untracked. We heard the 3-point. I'm sorry. You go ahead. You could jump right in right now.
No, I was going to say that's what you wanted to see today, right?
Yeah.
Going up against a team that defensively isn't great. Hero's been struggling shooting the basketball. You were hoping today would be that game. Get him out of his shooting rut, and it was ultimately what ended up happening. You just wish it would have resulted in a W for Miami.
Yeah, Bam being Bam also. You had a little more difficulty than usual. I'm not saying it's Plumlee, but just a difference maybe because Butler and Hero were taking over the game offensively, that Bam didn't get as many opportunities in the places that he wanted that he has been getting?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he's still at 15 attempts. I know he's been shooting maybe a couple more attempts per game, but even the other day against the Magic, I believe he was 7 of 14 from the field. So it's his usual attempts per game that he's gotten today at 8 of 15. You know, some of those looks just weren't falling for him, but I still think towards the end of the game, when the Heat go on that run, he was involved
There he was.
as much as anybody, because he had the jumper to pull it within 6, and then he had the steal and basically just punched the ball ahead for Jimmy that cut it to 4. So Bam was still engaged in this one, Tommy. You still got an elite Bam Adebayo. It was kind of just the lack of shooting from Miami from outside of the paint that allowed the Hornets, when they went on their run, to just jump ahead of the Heat, and they couldn't rebound from it.
Yeah, 3-point shooting has been a sore subject for Miami all season long. And you look at the numbers today, 10 of 31. A couple of them were very late in the game. Hero knocking down his 5th, and then followed by a Lowry one after that. They did some things well offensively in this game. There's no question in anybody's mind. We just mentioned some of the numbers, but not as many, it seemed. The big plays when it came down to it all went to the Hornets.
Yeah, and I hate to really harp on the 3-point shooting, but Tommy, you look at tonight, the Heat shoot 10 more field goal attempts than Charlotte.
and I'm here to introduce you to Accordis, preferred partner of the Miami Heat. Accordis provides the latest technology to help us and many more enterprises like yours to thrive with their solutions for network, managed printing, IT security, and more. They hold one of South Florida's largest authorized partner networks, partnering with Cisco, Microsoft, Samsung, LG, Xerox, Dell, HP, and dozens more. Accordis gives your business the fast and effective tech game plan it needs to continue to win. To start winning with us, contact Accordis today at 1-888-331-3134 or visit them at www.accordiscorp.com. Hey, Heat Nation, the best way to celebrate a Heat win is with Papa John's Pizza, because when the Heat win, you win too. The day after a Heat win, get 50% off online orders at regular menu price when you order from the Papa John's app or papajohns.com using the promo code HEATWIN. And don't forget to join Papa Rewards for exclusive items and store points towards free pizza with every order. Papa John's, the official delivery pizza of the Miami Heat. Offer valid for online orders only. Not valid with other discounts. Delivery fee and taxes extra and are not subject to discount offer.
Let's get back to the recap of the game, the post-game show. This is the Miami Heat audio experience.
Welcome back, everybody. The final score, Charlotte 122, Miami 117. Let's head back to the Spectrum Center to hear the post-game comments of Heat head coach Erik Spoelstra.
I'm not starting this presser talking about our offense. We did not defend in the first half the way we're capable of. And they got into a great flow. We were playing great offensively as well. So it was a little bit of a dangerous game to play, because they're a deceptive team. They've had a lot of injuries, but when they've been fully healthy, this team can score. Much different than, what their numbers may suggest for the season. So, they got a lot of different guys that felt like they were in a good groove. And then we got to the second half and it was plus 13. That's all that matters. What happened, after that was not great. We still did not step up defensively. They got a lot of easy runouts that just quickly changed the momentum of the game. I think they had close to 30 in transition. This was easy basket, relief basket, confidence basket after another. And then, we made a real big late push, but it was too much ground to cover against a team that was already in terrific rhythm. So they knocked down some important ones. Going down the stretch, Plumlee's one off the tip ball, that was also a big one to create that 5-point separation. So all in all, it's tough in this league to strive to be great. And to commit to that requires a big-time collective commitment, and that leads to consistency. And these are tough, lessons for our ball club. I see a path for our team to be great, but it's going to require much more consistency, night in, night out, to develop that reliability.
To go to the shot menu just for a moment. I know you've spoken a lot about getting to the threes is so important for your team. Sometimes you have games like this where the attempt totals are low. Is there anything in particular, our opponents yielding other stuff and running you off the line? It didn't seem like that as much tonight.
Well, some of our shot selection in the second half, and in particular once we were up 13, I think there was room for improvement there. In the first half, I loved the opportunities we were getting. We were very aggressive. We were getting our normal paint numbers. I have not seen the stats on it yet, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that our attack numbers were considerably lower in that second half, and probably much, much lower once we got up plus 13.
Played smaller at the end. Obviously, the big PJ rebound over Tyler, or the play you mentioned with Plumlee. That doesn't matter when you're playing from behind. You have to get
that rebound was in our hands. It had nothing to do with size.
I can understand what the coach is talking about as far as thinking that they're on the verge of getting someplace. The only thing that's really missing at times that a lot of teams have talked about is getting that 6, 7, 8 game winning streak that the Heat have yet to have. And if they can get to that, I think that's the consistency that he's talking about. That's Heat head coach Erik Spoelstra. Let's say today's, because it says tonight's on the card. Today's post-game coaches press conference is presented by Miami Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, the official sports medicine provider of your Miami Go Where the Pros Go. The final score of today's game, Charlotte 122, Miami 117. That'll just about do it for this afternoon. Our producer, Dan Day, assisted by Marcos Gonzalez and Courtney Fallon. Our next Miami Heat broadcast is this Tuesday, January the 31st, the second of the four-game road swing, stopping on the banks of the Cuyahoga River. A first meeting this season in the area was earlier in the season when they lost by 26. It's time to bounce back and take care of these guys this time around. Your Miami Heat will be playing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Tip time is scheduled for 7:10 p.m. We hit the airwaves at 6:30 sharp. Coming up next in Miami, the AM 560 WQAM cool down with Alejandro. The final score, Charlotte 122, Miami 117. Now for Jason Jackson, Alejandro, and the gang, I'm Tommy Tighe. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and evening until we see you next time on the radio. You've been listening to the Miami Heat audio experience.
At Kia, we believe the driveway is more than a driveway. It's where legendary performances reside. The buzzer beaters from the curb, the fadeaways, step backs, pump fakes, on a 1-on-0, 4-pointers from beyond the arc of the sprinklers. Here's to the legends that fill the driveways of America. From the fans of the game to the Kia Telluride X Pro, the MVPs in horse to the ones in horsepower. From the clutch players to the 8-speed automatic transmissions, the 360 dunkers to the 360 view camera systems, to long-range shooters and even longer-range rides. Here's to the legends of the driveway, the Kia Telluride X Pro. Kia is the official automotive partner of the NBA and WNBA.
Kia, movement that inspires. Surround view and blind spot view monitors are not substitutes for safe driving and may not display all objects around vehicle. Always drive safely and use caution.
Hey, it's the Good Greek Spiro, and we all know that an important part of winning a championship is getting there. And as the Miami Heat pursues another championship year, they trust the Good Greek to get them there. And when it's time for you to move like the Miami Heat and call Good Greek Moving and Storage. Whether it's local or long distance, go to goodgreek.com. Good Greek Moving and Storage, the official movers of the Miami Heat.
Good Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
When it comes to basketball in Florida, Valley Sports Sun is the heart of the state, bringing you to the hardwood for all the biggest moments.
Kaboom! He's on fire!
Watch your hometown team turn up the temperature as they battle the very best around the league.
Oh my!
Plus, pregame with your favorite Valley Sports team before and after each game for the Heat Live pre- and post-game shows.
Yes!
Catch the Heat all season long on Valley Sports Sun, the Valley Sports app, and Valley Sports Plus.
You've been listening to the Miami Heat game. Stay tuned for the post-game show. The Heat is on the radio.
Brought to you by the Sorrento from Kia, official vehicle of the Miami Heat. By Bacardi, proud sponsor of the Miami Heat. Live passionately, drink responsibly. Bacardi USA Inc., Coral Springs, Florida. And by American Airlines, official airline of the Miami Heat.
The Miami Heat play here. WQAM Miami, WPOW HD2 Miami, WKIS HD2 Boca Raton. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Demissman and Dover Law Firm presents the Miami Heat Audio Experience postgame show on the home of the Miami Heat. AM 560 Sports, WQAM, FM 99.9 HD2, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Demessman and Dover Law Firm, youraccidentattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7 at 866-954-MORE. Sponsored by UHealth, University of Miami Sports Medicine Institute experts treat athletes of all levels, elite pros, active adults, and youth athletes. Recover your game. Visit uhealthsportsmedicine.com.
The cool down. It's live on AM 560 WQAM. A disappointing loss for the Heat today. Your final from Charlotte, 122 to 117. Not the way we wanted to kick off our Sunday afternoon, and not the way the Heat wanted to start this important four-game road trip. You're playing the third worst team in the NBA coming into today. Definitely the easiest opponent of this four-game road trip for Miami. They lead at the end of the first half. They build a 13-point lead in the third quarter, but the Hornets close that third on a huge 32-14 run. They end up going up 91-86 into the fourth quarter, and the Heat, they'd come back in this one. It's a game of runs, people. They'd go on a 10-0 run with just around 4 minutes left in the game. They cut it to 2 points. That's the closest they get, though. The Heat, their defense doesn't get the stops it needs down the stretch. Charlotte responds on that 10-0 Heat run with a 6-0 run for themselves. And that was the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Despite 28 points from Jimmy, 24 from Tyler Hero, who finally some signs of life from him on the offensive end, 17 from Bam Adebayo, who played a pretty good game. The Hornets, they pick up their 15th win, just their 15th win of the season. They get 31 from Terry Rozier, because of course they do. 27 from PJ Washington. Gordon Hayward went 7 of 7 from the field, 100% shooting tonight. He got them 20 points, and LaMelo Ball, 19 big ones as well. And the big number that stands out, if you were listening to the network postgame show with Tommy Tig, the big number that stands out, and, I hate to sound like a broken record at this point of the season, but, after game 51, it's pretty obvious right now, this Heat offense does not compare to their offense from last season. It's the same problem they've had all year long. They go from being the best three-point shooting team in the NBA last year to one of the worst in the league this season. And that's why their offense and their numbers offensively, their offensive rating, have taken such a huge hit. Miami, at the end of the half, only attempted 10 three-pointers. They made 4 of them, but only attempted 10 three-pointers. This was a team last year that was averaging close to 40 attempts from beyond the arc a game. Today, they only get to 31. Despite the Heat forcing 19 turnovers, they take 10 more field goal attempts than Charlotte tonight. They only make 10 threes. They get outscored from beyond the arc by 15 in this one. And that was the difference, ladies and gentlemen. And it's been for so many of these losses this year, not enough shooting from outside the paint for Miami. And in 2023 in the NBA, bottom line, it is hard to keep up by only doing it down low, especially when teams get hot from the outside. Tonight, you get Terry Rozier knocking down a couple trays. You get Gordon Hayward not missing from deep. LaMelo Ball, he hits 4 from deep as well. And you get 3 from PJ Washington. Pretty much the difference right there in the ball game. The Miami Heat not getting the stops they're used to down the stretch in these clutch games. And the Hornets, despite taking 10 less field goal attempts, outscore the Heat by 15 from the edges. And Miami loses 117. Again, Hornets 122. Coming up, a couple more numbers from the game. We'll get some comments from Bam Adebayo, and we'll connect with Tommy Tig as well for some of his final thoughts after the Heat once again lose 122 to 117 in Charlotte. The cool down with Solana, it's sponsored by Demesman and Dover, continues next on your home for Heat basketball, 560 WQAM.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing, together millions of things for our planet. Now that we have started a new year, think about ways you can help the environment. First, make the switch to green soaps and personal products, and green cleaning products for the sink and shower. Use towels made from materials like organic cotton. And finally, make the switch to LED lights, which can last for many years and use very little power. When we each share our one thing, it becomes 100 things, 1,000 things, 1,000,000 things for our planet. What's your one thing?
So, the other day, I bought an extremely chatty...
Boring story time!
Make that an extremely catty cockatoo.
You're welcome!
Apparently, the pet store won't take it back. But, hey, I'll manage.
I love that for you!
Just like I manage without home internet.
No, you don't!
Sure, my mobile hotspot is slow and makes streaming shows unbearable.
Oh, Bertie likes to stream!
But I'm making do. Oh no, who's this?
My lady friend! It's mating season, duh!
No home internet? It's not that bad. No, not there.
It is that bad. Don't settle. Switch to Xfinity and get one line of unlimited mobile and home internet together for $50 a month for 12 months. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit your local Xfinity store today. Restrictions apply. Requires new Connect internet service with 1-year contract. Auto pay and paperless billing with stored bank account. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of data usage. Offer ends 3/21/23.
The NFL playoffs live on Odyssey.
Throws, caught! Touchdown as time expires. Unbelievable turn of events.
Non-stop coverage from the biggest sports radio stations in the country. Podcasts dedicated to each NFL team and postseason games streaming live for free.
Takes the handoff, looks right, throws right, end zone, caught, touchdown.
Your playoffs, your Odyssey. Get in the game and download the free Odyssey app today.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. So you ordered a new air filter for your car. You try to install it, but it doesn't fit. So you take a little bit off the sides. Well, still doesn't fit? Well, you could try to sit on it. Or get it right the first time with eBay Motors Guaranteed Fit. When you see the check, you know that part's going to fit. Air filters, brakes, headlights, over 122 million parts. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors, let's ride.
It's the final days to save big store-wide at the Truckload event at Lowe's. Right now, get limited-time deals on your favorite tools and accessories. Plus, get 10% off in-stock kitchen cabinets with a $1,000 minimum purchase. And save even more on clearance cabinets in-store. Hurry and shop the Truckload event in-store or online while you can. Must ask cashier to apply discount at time of purchase. Exclusions apply while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Valid 126-28.
I'm Larry Mullins, host of the podcast Your Weirdest Fears, the show that explores the odd things that make your heart stop.
I am so scared of the Grinch. He is bad vibes.
We talk to everyone from therapists to exterminators to Lizard Man.
I was 25 when I actually got my tongue split. I have one tattoo that covers my entire body.
Listen and subscribe on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover, all for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter code SPORTS at checkout. That's harrys.com, code SPORTS. Enjoy.
Let's get back to the Heat Post-Game Show on WQAM. Presented by Demesman and Dover Law Firm. On the home of the Heat, AM 560 Sports, WQAM, FM 99.9 HD2. And always live on the free Odyssey app. Sponsored by UHealth. Visit uhealthsportsmedicine.com.
Tough loss today for the Miami Heat. 122 to 117 in Charlotte. Not the way you wanted to open up this 4-game road trip. That's absolutely sure. And we heard from the coach earlier.